What if I told you that the most advanced factories on Earth are invisible to the human eye, work 24/7 without breaks, and can manufacture anything from meat to milk to medicine? Welcome back to the microbial food revolution. Last time we discovered why we desperately need these tiny organisms. Today, we're going inside their microscopic factories to see exactly how they work. Prepare to have your mind blown by the most sophisticated manufacturing systems in the universe. And they fit inside a space smaller than the width of human hair. In the invisible world of microbial food production, there are four mighty kingdoms, each with their own superpowers. First, the kingdom of bacteria. These are the speed demons of the microbial world. Meet Methylophilus methylotrophus, a bacterium that literally eats methane gas and transforms it into protein faster than any other organism on Earth. In optimal conditions, these bacteria can double every 20 minutes. That's like having a factory that doubles its production capacity every 20 minutes, 24 hours a day. Next, the kingdom of yeasts. You know them from bread and beer. But these cellular alchemists are now creating the impossible real dairy proteins without a single cow. Using precision fermentation, scientists insert cow DNA into yeast cells. The yeast becomes a living factory, producing identical milk proteins. It's not plant-based, it's literally real milk just made by yeast instead of cows. Third, the kingdom of fungi. These are the architects of texture. Fusarium venenatum, the fungus behind corn, grows in long thread-like structures that naturally mimic the fibrous texture of meat. Finally, the kingdom of microalgae. These photosynthetic powerhouses are like microscopic solar panels, converting sunlight and CO2 directly into protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and vitamins. Spirulina contains more protein per gram than beef, more iron than spinach, and more beta-carotene than carrots. It's like nature's multivitamin that grows itself. But here's where it gets truly revolutionary. We're not just using these microbes as they are. We're reprogramming them like biological computers. Enter CRISPR, the molecular scissors that can edit DNA with surgical precision. Scientists can now add, remove, or modify genes in microbes to create entirely new capabilities. Want a yeast that produces spider silk proteins? Done. Need bacteria that manufacture vitamin B12? Easy. How about algae that produces the exact fatty acid profile of salmon? Already happening. This is called metabolic engineering, essentially rewiring the cellular machinery to produce whatever we want. It's like having a universal manufacturing platform that can be programmed to make anything. Take Perfect Day, a company that engineered yeast to produce whey and casein, the exact proteins found in cow's milk. Their ice cream is molecularly identical to dairy ice cream, but no cow was involved. Or consider Impossible Foods' approach with their burger. They identified heme, the iron-containing molecule that makes meat taste like meat, and engineered yeast to produce it. The result? A plant-based burger that bleeds, and we're just getting started. AI is now being used to design new metabolic pathways, predict optimal gene combinations, and accelerate the engineering process by 1000x. What used to take years of trial and error now takes weeks of computational design. We're entering the age of designer organisms. Now let's take a tour inside a real microbial food factory. These aren't your grandfather's fermentation tanks. These are precision-engineered biological manufacturing systems. These bioreactors can hold thousands of liters of carefully controlled microbial cultures. Every parameter is monitored: temperature, pH, oxygen levels, nutrient concentrations, all optimized for maximum production. In the control room, it looks more like NASA mission control than a food factory. Sensors provide real-time feedback, AI algorithms optimize conditions, and automated systems make adjustments every second. There are three main production strategies. Batch fermentation is like baking a cake. You mix everything, let it grow, then harvest. Fed batch is like slowly adding ingredients to keep the party going. Continuous fermentation is like a never-ending production line. But here's the really cool part: the food these microbes eat. Some consume simple sugars, others munch on methane gas, and some literally eat CO2 from the atmosphere. We're turning waste streams into food streams. After fermentation comes the harvest. Sophisticated separation technologies extract the desired proteins, fats, or compounds. It's like molecular mining. extracting valuable nutrients from microbial biomass. Finally, formulation. This is where food science meets culinary art. The raw microbial ingredients are combined with other components to create the final products. Burgers, nuggets, dairy alternatives, or completely new food categories. But scaling up from laboratory to industrial production is where things get really challenging and really exciting. Imagine trying to maintain the perfect conditions for trillions of microorganisms in a tank the size of a swimming pool. Every bubble of air, every degree of temperature, every nutrient molecule matters. Energy efficiency is crucial. These bioreactors need power for mixing, heating, cooling, and aeration. The goal is to use less energy than traditional agriculture while producing more food. The solution? Complete automation. Robotic systems handle sampling, cleaning, and maintenance. AI predicts when equipment needs servicing before it breaks down. It's Industry 4.0 meets biotechnology, and the economics are improving rapidly. In 2013, lab-grown meat cost $330,000 per burger. Today, some companies claim costs below $50 per kilogram. That's a 99.98% cost reduction in just a decade. Major facilities are coming online worldwide. Singapore has approved cultured meat for commercial sale. The Netherlands is building Europe's largest precision fermentation facility. The US is investing billions in biomanufacturing infrastructure. By 2030, experts predict microbial protein production capacity will exceed 10 million tons annually. That's enough to replace 5% of global meat consumption. So there you have it. The invisible factories that never sleep, never strike, and never stop innovating. These microscopic manufacturers are quietly revolutionizing how we make food. But how do these microbial foods actually stack up nutritionally? Are they healthier than conventional foods? Can they provide everything our bodies need? In our next episode, Nutrition Revolution, we'll dive deep into the science of microbial nutrition. You'll discover why some microbial foods are nutritionally superior to their conventional counterparts and how they might hold the key to solving global malnutrition. The factories are running 24/7. Don't miss Part 3, where we explore what these invisible workers are actually producing for your plate.